Welcome back. We can now go to Abuja. Onyekachi Eni will be joining us from there. Morning. Thank you for joining us today. First of all, let's find out what is going on. Yes, has the governor now been served the impeachment notice? And then you can tell us what is going on there.
Thank you very much, and good morning. The governor has not been served any notice, impeachment or otherwise. All we've been hearing is from the news media to the effect that 15 members out of 24 members of Ebonyi State House of Assembly passed a resolution seeking to impeach the governor of Ebonyi State, Chief Martin Elechi, over allegations of what they called the governors not consulting them during the appointment of development center coordinators, the appointment of caretaker committee chairmen of local government areas in Ebonyi State, and some other matters which they said had to do with obtaining development loan from the banks without seeking their input. All those are some of the things they are saying constitute impeachable offenses against the governor. But as we speak, all we have heard are from the news media. Nothing has been served on the governor, and we are hoping that perhaps the members of Ebonyi State House of Assembly do not mean what we are hearing from the news media, not only because the number is short of what is required to initiate the process that we are hearing about, but also because nobody has communicated the governor. And also, because the whole thing is a cocktail of politically motivated victimization against the governor of Ebonyi State and the people of Ebonyi State, really. And it's a culmination of the political crisis which has been brewing since the last quarter of 2014, following the PDP primaries in the state. You recall that the governor of Ebonyi State, Chief Martin Elechi, within the period the PDP was about to have its primaries, made a preference in liaison with the leaders of stakeholders, major stakeholders of Ebonyi State from two senatorial zones in the state, that is Ebonyi Central Senatorial Zone and Ebonyi North Senatorial Zone initially, and they expressed a preference for the former Minister of Health, Professor Onyebuchichukwu, to succeed the governor as the incoming governor. But that decision, which was later even acclaimed by the leaders of Ebonyi South Senatorial Zone, was later challenged by the Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency Engineer Dave Omahi, in concert with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Anyim Pius Anyim, and a number of other politicians based in Abuja, and over what they said was the governor's non-consultation with them before making a choice. So these are some of the issues, but indeed it is the playing out of a masquerade in which the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Engineer Dave Omahi, is the mask, and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Anyim Pius Anyim, is the masquerade in an effort that is made to get Governor Elechi out of office at all costs. It's a desperate move that is meant to take him out before.
Let me cite some of the issues out there, because first and foremost, let's put this across to the people. We did invite the Speaker of Ebonyi State House of Assembly, Honorable Chukwuma Wanzuka, to be on this program and tell us why the House is going on with their plan. But part of what is out there, because we also did speak with some of those involved in this matter, they say that part of the reasons why they are seeking to serve him that notice, because you say he's not been served, is that there's this 8-count charge of including misappropriation of state funds, gross misconduct, and embezzlement. There's word out there that he's been accused of awarding contracts to persons and then inflation of this contract. Have you heard of these allegations?
Yes, we've heard about the allegations through the news media, like I said. We've heard about them, and I can tell you that there is no substance whatsoever to those allegations. It's the case of giving a dog a bad name in order to hang it. These things, if they are desperate to impeach the governor, as appears to be the case, they have to find a reason Whether the reasons are reasonable and justifiable is another matter. And I can tell you that anybody who knows Chief Martin Elechi knows that he's a stickler for due process and prudence. This is a man that has been probed 7 times by the military prior to this democratic dispensation, and he was found not in any way culpable or dented. He has a track record of integrity. So there is nothing whatsoever that is that has bearing to reality in what the House members are saying. And let me also tell you, the petition and the charges they are talking about were all concocted by one man, one person who calls himself Clement Order. 5 petitions were written by this one man, and dated. Those 5 petitions were dated 16th and 18th, from what we have seen in the media. Dated 16th and the 18th, written by one man, leveling all manner of charges and allegations against the governor and functionaries of Ebonyi State government, and under the auspices of what he called the Integrity Group. And the Integrity Group has come out to give a disclaimer, published that in a newspaper, saying that this Clement Order has no bearing, is not a member of that Integrity Group, and Integrity Group is a registered organization. So what is going on is simply that they are making desperate moves to get the governor impeached, and they believe that they have the mandate and the backing of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, and that they will use the security agencies once impeachment is pronounced, whether due process is followed or not. Since the governor does not have a police or army or any security apparatus in his control, they will now run him out. And they are going about it so brazenly and against due process. And that is what is causing tension right now in Ebonyi State. And so I can tell you, I've heard about those allegations, but there is no substance to any of them.
Well, it's sad that, you know, Ebonyi State is hardly ever in the news, and it's sad that every time we hear about Ebonyi, it's about one political crisis or the other. But let's talk about, you know, since you're talking about the politics of this now, you're saying that this is about the deputy governor and the Senate, beg your pardon, the SGF of the Federation, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, that's Senator Pius Aim. Tell us about the agreement that the governor was said to have had with his deputy governor before the beginning of his second tenure in Ebonyi.
Thank you very much. I can tell you that there is no agreement whatsoever. In fact, quoting the deputy governor in His Excellency Engineer Dave Omahi in a number of public outings, he has severally claimed that the governor promised 3 or 4 different persons with himself as one person. The former Minister of Health, Professor Yebuchichuku, as another. The former Deputy Governor, Professor Chigozie Ogbu, as another, among other claimants. And so, the governor cannot begin to promise several different people for one single position. So, the fact of the matter is that the relationship between Governor Elechi and his deputy, Engineer Dave Omahi, dates back to just about 2007. That was the culmination and cementing of their relationship. At that time, the deputy governor, who was a member of the ANPP, was coming newly into the PDP, and there was conflict between the now deputy governor, Engineer Dave Omahi, and the leader of the ANPP then in Nigeria, who was also from his own community of Uburu in Ohozra local government area, His Excellency Dr. Ogbonna. The power struggle that and violence that flavored that relationship made the Independent National Electoral Commission in 2007 general election to cancel the elections in Ohozra local government area of Ebonyi State, to the extent that the election, the governorship election, was declared, the winner was declared in Chief Elechi, with results from 12 local governments out of 13, with Ohozra cancelled because of violence. Now, the deputy governor's property, among other persons' properties, were destroyed. And after the election, the governor said, this man has suffered because of PDP, because of his entry into PDP. Now let us rehabilitate him. And he prevailed on other party members to make the deputy governor Now, at that time, he wasn't deputy governor, of course. He made him the acting chairman of PDP in acting capacity. And from there, he still influenced and prevailed on other party members to make him the substantive chairman of PDP Ebonyi State. And he remained in that position until 2011, when the governor brought him to be his deputy governor. And so the relationship has been one in which Governor Elechi has shown so much love, so much care, and so much difference to his deputy.